before. This meeting, or these meetings, are based on scripture Ephesians 5:11, which tells us not to have anything to do with the unfruitful works of darkness, but to expose them. And that's what we're doing here, is exposing the unfruitful works of darkness. Because what happened at Jezebel in the family, I know, right? But I tried to go at it from a perspective that a lot of people know about, that is so plain and easy to see. This is just one that just says Jezebel all over it, very, very easily. You can detect the Jezebel spirit in here, especially in light of the recent occurrences. All right? When there's Jezebel in the family, so what we tend to see more often than not is female dominance in the family. And I say that because of this. We did say that that the Jezebel spirit can operate through a female and through a male. When we see it through a male, it's often in the form of abuse, over assertion, over dominance. But the truth is, and this sometimes is hard for females to swallow. It's one of those things that we're like, yeah, not quite, you know. But the truth is, our families should show male dominance. The male should be dominant. He should. When I say running the show, I don't mean it in a derogatory way. I don't mean that we're his puppets and we do what he says and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. But he is the top dog. He's the man. He was called to be the leader of our families. And this is one way that we see Jezebel in our nation. Remember we talked about it, when we defined spirit, it said nation, the characteristics or the elements of a nation also. This is one way. We have taken the male out of his place in this nation. A man is no longer a man. We're equal. And of course that comes with, feminization, the feminist movement and all that stuff. And I'm a woman, of course. I'm a female, and I'm all for us having a good life. And being respected, let's just say. But at the end of the day, we first have to look at the man that we choose to be with. That man should be a godly man, because if he's a godly man, he's going to respect you. He's going to give you your place as a female, as a woman. And so you should have no problem submitting to him. And I did say submitting to his authority, because he is your authority as a female, as God has put it, as he has created us. And I'm telling you this not because I've always been the perfect submissive wife, because I can be a firecracker sometimes. I mean, you know what it is. I'm not gonna lie. But I just praise God and I thank God that now when I feel like I'm gonna blow or whatever, I get that check. It's like you get that check. Like, let me think about this first. You know what I'm saying? But we do have to give the man his place. In this picture, we know this is the family of the Kardashians. Anybody not know who the Kardashians are? Right? I know you know the Kardashians are. You know me. You know who they are. Long ago, I used to watch their show. I mean, they've been on TV for many years. They have a family reality TV show. So they put all their business on TV. And so I used to watch it faithfully, all the time. Many, many years ago, before I was saved. But you can see, if you've ever watched the show, you can see how the ladies run the show. The dude, he's just kind of like decoration. And the son, the brother, who's not in this picture, he's also some more decoration. They're just there by happen chance.
Can't even come out of what he said, or I'm nobody in this house.
Right.
So he's confessing it himself.
That's right, and that is one of the sure signs that there's a Jezebel spirit operating in that household and in that family. As a mother, the next slide that I'm going to go to, as a mother, especially having sons, this is very concerning when there's a Jezebel spirit operating in the house, because we look at it as a relationship thing, but we never look at it as how it affects the next generation. And it does affect them, especially the males. Rob Kardashian, he was not pictured in the family picture, but he's the brother. There are also the twins that aren't pictured in that picture, but his sisters are the Kardashian sisters, and he's the Kardashian male, who is almost nothing to them. They don't revere him as a man or any of the sort. He's just whatever. If you had followed the show and the family, how it turned out, if you look at the picture, at the first picture, this family is very well groomed. They all look like they're fit, right? They all look concerned with their appearance and that kind of thing, which they are if you watch the show. Does this look like somebody? We can say that could be a bad day. It's a bad day, but if you take away the clothes, even if you dress him up, does he look like he's concerned with his appearance? He's not, because the son of a dominant female and less dominant male, and let me put this in there. That's whether the male is in our society. There, we had a 50% plus divorce rate, so everybody is not being raised by their dad or by their mom. But even in the family unit, whether even if it's a stepfather or a grandfather. If the females are dominant over the males, the male child will likely develop a false self, and that will manifest in recklessness or revolution or breaking away. And Rob broke away. If anybody knows the story about Rob, he broke away, and that's when he gained all the weight. If you remember, he gained all the weight, and all the stuff started happening. He got tired of it. And that's the next sentence. The man or the son will try to throw off the smothering blanket of feminization. So that's what he did. He broke away, and he was just trying to get rid of that because it is smothering. It's like a fish out of water. That's not who he was created to be. That's not how he was created. He was created to be a man, a leader. He was created to be dominant. And they've taken that from him. So
but he's also gone through depression, anger, and all that.
That's right, he did. I remember, even back then, even before he broke away, he used to be locked in his room and stuff like that. I remember, I had forgotten about that, but that is very true. So you see how that Jezebel spirit working in that family drew those things out of him. And subsequently, that's what you got. And this confusion also produces double-minded children. They're unsure in all their ways. They don't know what to do.
Bruce too, he used to be off to his self, like with his little planes and stuff like that. He used to kind of be, in his little own world too.
Yeah. And now, next slide is going to be. I'm going to give you another peek at Bruce. This is Bruce Jenner right here. This man right there is Bruce. Before. And when the Jezebel spirit rules, that's Bruce after. And can it be any more obvious? That there's a Jezebelic spirit operating in this family. All his manhood has been ripped away to the point his own brain is deceived, his own mind is deceived, and he believes or desires to be like the Kardashians. You see that? Where the Jezebel spirit rules, there is sickness. Clearly, we know that there is, even if, let's say, his body is healthy, there is disease of the soul. No matter how you cut the cookie, it's there. There's sickness. She murders her children. Remember we talked about that, about the human sacrifice, and it was usually through children. But what we don't realize is that in today's society, we have murdering children in the form of abortion. There's Jezebel spirit present in that. And there's also the murdering of the children. Now, there's homosexuality. And how many times have we seen, don't get me wrong, love and care. Love and be there for. But how many times have we seen little kids, the 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds, and all that stuff, being taught that they can be whatever they want to be as far as gender is concerned?
It's in the school system now.
And now, exactly, it's being infiltrated in the school system. So there is a Jezebel spirit in the nation that is trickling down, as you see, into the family unit, into now the schools, into our children, and our nation is sacrificing our children. We're deceiving our kids. Gender is not an option. Gender is a sign. It is an assignment directly from God. He told you what you are, and that's the bottom line. There's no going around that, but we are murdering our children because as a nation especially, and there are individuals in the family that are just giving their children up to whatever they want to do and whatever they want to be. How about the Kardashians? They sell their daughters for sex. They break the internet. Y'all have heard about how Kim Kardashian broke the internet. How many people do that? How many people sell their daughter's sexiness? Right? And that's part of that. We're not physically killing our children, but we're killing their souls. We're killing their eternity. And then within those families, you'll see homosexuality, as you see he's transgender, there's divorce, and oftentimes divorce comes because we don't accept our roles. I've been there. I mean, you know, we don't accept our place in the marriage, or we're not even clear as to what is our place in the marriage, because we don't know Jesus Christ, and we don't know what he's called us to be and the role he's called us to play within the family unit. And so it tears apart, it breaks apart. And then there's female domination, which we talked about, as you know, the ladies just run the show completely. Anybody have any questions or comments about that? Jezebel ruling in the family unit?